into line. Again, Hakimi is looking to try to prove peacemaker, it seems.
The managers have to stay calm. The managers have to keep the players calm.
Well, from a Senegal perspective, the players might feel aggrieved in the sense that they had the ball in the back of the net, it was disallowed, and then they had the clearance. It's been overturned and called as a penalty. You can understand where frustration might build from, but I don't believe the decisions were incorrect. I believe they were spot on.
Neither do I, and that's the advantage we have today of the VAR. It is not as if there was nothing, there was no contact at all.
Now the players are again being called from the park. Senegal are marching off. They're going into the tunnel.
Now that is something I would advise them to do. Against the directives of the referee. That is something that if they have to go to the tunnel, it has to be a decision that the officials have to take.
This is also not how you want to see an AFCON career potentially end. Sadio Mane stays a chance to a man who's coached in this tournament more than any other Tour de Arc.
Oh, this is a shame because it's been a wonderful tournament and we don't need it to end like this.
Mane in discussions with senior executives. The remainder of his teammates, bar a few, are in the change room already. The Moroccan players are out on the pitch. Sadio Mane, there are appeals for Sadio Mane to keep Senegal on the park, I suspect. And he's calling his players back. He's calling his teammates back.
Well, I would strongly advise caution here because this is not going to help because of the Senegalese, and furthermore, the penalty is not been scored yet. So you don't know what will happen now.
Edouard Mendy is a great penalty shot stopper. He's a phenomenal goalkeeper. And Sadio Mane, the man who's got 20 goal contributions across 29 starts at an Africa Cup of Nations, 11 goals, 9 assists, and a man who has started more Africa Cup of Nations games than any other. Park Teo is telling his players to get back onto the park.
Oh, Sadio Mane started. Sadio Mane asked the players to come back onto the pitch.
And that's leadership.
That's leadership, and not. Sometimes you don't necessarily have to wear the captain's band to be a leader, and that's what he's shown here.
Credit though to Ghana Gay, to Ismail Assar and to Abdoulaye Seck. They've remained on this park. They have not left.
Well, this is why Sadio Mane is loved worldwide, because of intelligence and the ability to stay calm. He's a man who's been through a lot of challenges in his playing career.
Well, he's a man that just continues to remind us of all the incredible things that you can do when you have success. Al-Hajj Diouf, the word to Sadio Mane. Al-Hajj Diouf, the first Senegalese player to win African Footballer of the Year. Yeah. Sadio Mane has since won it twice. But this is a man who continues to prove as well, and I think he's going to go and fetch his teammates from the change room.
Yeah, that is.
He continues to inspire, and he continues to remind us that value doesn't lie in titles, it doesn't lie in money, it doesn't lie in applause, it lies in the courage to rise from the humblest beginnings and carry as many people along with you on your way up.
I think Sadio Mane is a hero. He's an example that people should can imitate. But when you see a player like this, the teammates are coming back onto the pitch now. If the referee blows a penalty, the rule says you have to respect the decisions of the referee. Furthermore, the penalty is not been scored yet.
You can understand the frustration, but it is certainly not something you want to see. When we expected drama in a final, we did not expect this kind of drama. This is a chance for Africa to shine and maybe a little gloss off the evening. Sure, we'll watch on.
They should stay calm now.
It looks like Edouard Mendy has been cautioned here for his little cynical bump on Anas Saleh. So a yellow card for Edouard Mendy. Well, and a yellow card for Saleh as well. Now, I don't want to make a tongue-in-cheek comment here about potential extra time, but we've nearly seen 120 minutes go by. We're just into the 112th minute now.
Well, what the referee will just go back to, that's why you have the fourth referee there. They'll go back to the minutes that were left. The time that was left before the game was stopped. And based on that, that's what he's going to do now.
Now, En-Nesyri and Brahim Diaz are having a conversation. En-Nesyri, with a chance to become the only Moroccan player to score in 5 Africa Cup of Nations tournaments, has handed the ball to the tournament's leading scorer, Brahim Diaz, who lines up. Brahim Diaz, who scored in 5 successive matches to start. Against Comoros, against Mali, against Zambia, against Tanzania, and against Cameroon in succession. Brahim Diaz, tournament's leading scorer with 5, up against Edouard Mendy, the focused man from Real Madrid, up against Al Ahly goalkeeper Edouard Mendy, a Champions League winner in Europe and in Asia, and a winner of AFCON in 2021 edition. Edouard Mendy is just signalling something to the referee, and Sadio Mane has come over to have a discussion. Seems to be something going on. Brahim Diaz remains focused as ever. Mendy backtracks. Brahim Diaz replaces the ball. And now, perhaps, the final to get underway again. Brahim Diaz to give Morocco the lead. Chips a Panenka down the middle, and humiliatingly, Mendy saves it. Stays on his line, the opportunity gone, and maybe now we are going to go to extra time. Rubber roars and erupts, but for a very different reason than the one they considered they might.
This is how do you explain this? At such a moment, this is not a time to try to play Panenka.
He looks crestfallen. Brahim Diaz, who's proven nothing but heroic throughout this tournament and throughout qualifying.
Well, at the crisis, at the moment of crisis, at the dawning hour, Brahim Diaz tried a Panenka. It didn't fool anyone. We're going to extra time on beIN Sports.